New year, new Kamala? Politico turning heads with a new piece explaining why Harris World thinks she may be the biggest winner of the midterm elections.
Joe Concha joins us now. Joe, we go from the summer of George to the year of Kamala, and here is the key line from the piece. Quote, after spending much of her time in office managing bad headlines, staff turnover, and persistent questions about her portfolio and position in the Biden world, the vice president is in a better place. She's really being treated like what I would call a normal vice president, said one former Harris aide. Joe, how is there no acknowledgement that these bad headlines and this staff turnover is because of Kamala's bad performance and bad behavior?
Yeah, Todd, Carly, good morning. The cake is already baked as it pertains to our vice president, right? Most people simply don't like her. That's why she didn't even get to Iowa when she ran for president. She has an authenticity problem. She's as authentic as George Santos, except that she's a heartbeat away from the presidency. And in terms of leadership, and that's what really is important here, right? How is she doing her job? She's failed to lead on her number one job, and that's securing and solving the crisis that is a catastrophe at the U.S. southern border. She's been more of an absentee landlord as vice president overall on all things, and she's been largely invisible because, just like her boss, Joe Biden, her handlers are terrified, mortified, petrified of putting her in front of a microphone. So Politico and other media outlets can push this narrative of a new Kamala as much as possible. It's enough to make you cackle, but you don't get a second chance to make a first impression, or in Kamala's case, a first, second, or third impression. She is who she is, and I don't see much changing in that regard.
Yeah, I thought this article was kind of funny. And to back up your point, It said that Kamala Harris's office feels like she's in a better place because she is, quote, no longer tied to the whims of an evenly split Senate. And it's like, was that really the issue? Is that what everybody was all upset about? I don't think it is.
Nope. It absolutely was not. Just because she had to, cast a tie-breaking vote in favor of the Democratic Party. That might be the easiest job outside of being a toll collector in an easy pass lane, Carly, to use a Jersey term.
Oh, yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah,
we drive in the easy pass.
We sure do. Joe, there's also this woke astrophysicist professor out of Colorado College, University of Colorado, out of a school in Colorado. She's making an argument that space is racist. And she says, as an astrophysicist, I am a product of institutions steeped in systemic racism and white supremacy. The metaphors that are often chosen to discuss science are very violent and hyper-masculine. So should we all feel ashamed when we go to the planetarium the next time?
Stay away from the Hayden Planetarium, Joe.
What do you think?
Wow. We should be ashamed if you're a parent and your kid goes to Colorado College or whatever university this is within Colorado, because this person's actually, a professor? And this is the type of stuff that our kids are being taught. Yeah, Hayden Planetarium is now off limits. Everything's off limits because everything is racist now. I mean, let's face it. The term has been completely and totally watered down. It used to mean something when you evoked that term. If you called somebody a racist or you say racism exists here. Now, since everybody points to it, it seems, at least on the left, that it exists here, it exists there. It doesn't really have any impact anymore, right, guys?
Joe,
Absolutely.
I'm a little bit worried, though. I think there's a bigger issue here. Has wokeness spread beyond Earth? Is wokeness now throughout the universe, the cosmos?
It could be. It could be a Mars thing. It could be on Pluto, but Pluto's not a planet anymore, remember. It's a dwarf planet, as my kids remind me on an almost daily basis.
Which also could be considered a microaggression, what you just said.
Do we need to treat, you said dwarf. Don't use that word. That's a microaggression. Do we need to treat aliens any differently now? Like, do we need to treat them with woke priorities? Do we need to use different pronouns with the aliens? I mean, so many questions come out of this, Joe.
If you come to this planet illegally, I would imagine you'll be treated quite well, the same way we treat those who come to this country illegally, right?
Nice
free
pivot.
healthcare, free phones, free housing.
That's a nice pivot. That's
what
Joe
a topic
Concha
there.
expertise right
Joe,
there.
thank you so much. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.